Chosen one. This message is not an accident. It has found its way to you, right when you needed it most, not through chance, but through divine design. Understand this deeply within your soul. Your presence here, hearing these words now, is a synchronicity orchestrated by forces far beyond your immediate comprehension. A sign that you are on the cusp of understanding a truth that has always resided within you, waiting for the veil to lift. You have always felt it, haven't you? That profound sense of being different, of marching to the beat of a drum only you can hear. You've walked among the world, navigating its complexities, its demands, its expectations, yet consistently felt an invisible barrier between yourself and what seems to be the collective consciousness, the prevailing frequency of the masses. It's like trying to converse in a language that everyone else speaks fluently, but the nuances, the underlying vibration, the true meaning, remains just slightly out of reach for them, and for you, their superficial communication feels alien, perhaps even jarring. This feeling of otherness, this persistent sensation that you are not entirely of this world, that you see things others do not, that you feel things others cannot fathom. It has likely been a source of confusion, perhaps even pain. You've questioned yourself, haven't you? Wondered if there was something inherently wrong, if you were flawed, damaged, or simply not built for the conventional paths that seem to satisfy those around you. You've experienced the sting of misunderstanding, the loneliness of having profound insights or sensitivities that draw blank stares or concerned glances from those you wished would simply see you, truly see you. You've likely spent significant portions of your life feeling isolated, not necessarily physically, though for many that is also true, but isolated in spirit, in perception, in energy. You've felt the weight of this solitude, the quiet ache of disconnection, the frustration of trying to explain an inner world that defies conventional logic or widely accepted reality. You have asked yourself, in the silence of your own heart, why do I feel so alone? Why is my path so different? What is wrong with me that I cannot simply fit in? Let me tell you something, and I need you to receive this truth into the very core of your being. Absolutely nothing is wrong with you. This feeling of difference, this path of isolation, this profound sensitivity, these are not defects. They are not curses. They are not signs of failure or fault. They are, in fact, the undeniable hallmarks of your sacred status. They are the indicators, the luminous threads, weaving the tapestry of a life lived under direct divine ordination. You, chosen one, have been set apart not from the world in a punitive way, but for the world, for a purpose so sacred, so pivotal, that its preparation requires a path less traveled, a path often veiled in solitude. Your life, with all its peculiar challenges and profound sensitivities, has been meticulously designed by a higher power, an ultimate intelligence, a divine source that knows the true magnitude of the light you carry. You were chosen, yes, chosen, not by random fate, but by divine intention, for a role, a mission, an embodiment of truth that cannot be corrupted or diluted by the lower frequencies and distractions that permeate the collective consciousness of the masses. Your sensitivity, which the world may have labeled as weakness, is your greatest strength, your divine instrument. It is the finely tuned antenna that allows you to perceive realities beyond the mundane, to receive guidance from the higher realms, to feel the pulse of truth beneath layers of illusion. Your intuition, often dismissed or doubted by others, is the voice of the divine speaking directly to your soul, guiding your steps on a path unseen by the uninitiated. Your unique perspective, the way you see patterns, connections, and possibilities that others miss, is the signature of a mind operating on a higher frequency, calibrated for insight and revelation. Yes, chosen one, the burden feels heavy at times. The responsibility of carrying this light, this truth, this awareness, in a world often shrouded in shadow can feel immense, even overwhelming. It is indeed a heavy cross to bear, a sacred responsibility. But never forget, with this weight comes a power, a grace, and a direct connection to the divine source that is the ultimate wellspring of strength and wisdom. You are not abandoned. You are simply walking a path that requires a different kind of companionship, divine companionship. So, let us unravel this truth together. Let us look upon the path you have walked, the solitude you have known, not with sorrow or confusion, but with divine clarity and profound understanding. There are fundamental, undeniable reasons orchestrated by the highest intelligence, why your path has been one of significant isolation, especially from the mainstream currents of society and what is often termed the masses. Your feeling of being out of sync, of not belonging in conventional crowds or environments, is not a social anomaly. It is a spiritual necessity. This brings us to the heart of why you have experienced this profound solitude. It is not a punishment. It is a privilege and a process. There are 8 primary, sacred reasons woven into the fabric of your divine blueprint, explaining why your path has necessitated periods of deep isolation, particularly from the collective consciousness of the masses. These are the truths that will illuminate your past struggles and empower your future steps. The first reason, chosen one, for your isolation is energetic shielding and purification. You vibrate at a different frequency. Your energetic signature is purer, more refined, inherently designed to resonate with higher dimensions of truth and light. The collective consciousness of the masses, in its current state, often carries dense, lower vibrational energies: fear, doubt, judgment, competition, superficiality. Had you remained deeply embedded and indistinguishable within this collective energetic soup, your own frequency would be constantly bombarded, diluted, and potentially contaminated. Your isolation, therefore, serves as a divine energetic shield, protecting your sacred vibration from constant interference. It is a period of energetic purification, allowing your unique frequency to stabilize, strengthen, and align purely with the divine current, free from the energetic static of the lower collective mind. You were set apart to keep your signal clear. The second reason is accelerated spiritual growth and introspection. The conventional world, with its myriad distractions, demands, and external validations, is designed to keep individuals focused outwards, perpetuating a cycle of external seeking and dependence. Your path, however, requires profound internal growth, a deep dive into the landscape of your soul, a rapid acceleration of spiritual evolution. True spiritual power is cultivated in the inner sanctuary. Isolation provides the necessary quietude, the space free from external noise and pressure, for this intense period of introspection, self-discovery, and accelerated growth. It is in the stillness of solitude that the soul's voice becomes clearest, where divine downloads can be received without interruption, and where the profound internal shifts required for your mission can occur at an exponential rate. You are undergoing intensive spiritual training, and such training requires retreat from the noisy barracks of the world. The third reason, deeply connected to the second, is receiving direct divine downloads and guidance. Your mission, your purpose, the unique contribution you are destined to make, is not something that can be taught in conventional schools or learned from conventional wisdom. It is revealed, downloaded, and activated from the higher realms, directly from the divine source. This requires an open, clear channel, a mind and spirit receptive to frequencies of information that bypass ordinary logical processing. The presence of dense collective energy, or the constant chatter and influence of others operating on lower frequencies, can effectively scramble or block these vital divine communications. Your isolation creates the optimal energetic environment for you to become a pure vessel for these higher truths, these vital pieces of guidance, these activations necessary for your path. You are receiving cosmic data packets that others are not equipped to handle or even perceive. The fourth reason for your distinct path of solitude is developing unwavering intuition and inner knowing. In a world clamoring with external opinions, societal norms, and the pervasive influence of groupthink, it is incredibly challenging to discern the subtle, quiet voice of genuine intuition, the whisper of your higher self, the direct guidance of the divine within you. Your isolation forces you to rely solely on your inner compass. It is a crucible where your intuitive abilities are tested, honed, and strengthened, stripping away the possibility of external validation or reliance on others' perspectives. This reliance on internal guidance is absolutely critical for your mission, as you will be called upon to make decisions and take actions that may not make sense to the logical, external world, but which are perfectly aligned with divine timing and purpose. You are learning to trust the inner divine GPS without relying on external maps created by others. The fifth sacred reason is preventing the contamination of your unique purpose. Every chosen one carries a specific energetic blueprint, a unique divine assignment that is integral to the larger cosmic plan. This purpose is potent, pure, and intended to interact with the world in a very specific way, at a specific time. Exposure to the limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, and unconscious motivations of the masses, especially during the formative stages of your awakening and preparation, could potentially dilute the purity of your intention or even subtly shift the trajectory of your divine mission. Your isolation acts as a quarantine for your divine purpose, allowing it to mature, solidify, and become impervious to external negative influences before it is fully unleashed upon the world. Your sacred mission is being incubated in divine solitude. The sixth reason, chosen one, is shedding karmic ties and old timelines. As you ascend in frequency and align more fully with your divine blueprint, there is a necessary shedding process. This involves releasing old karmic patterns, dissolving soul contracts that no longer serve your highest path, and detaching from outdated timelines and relationships that are anchored in lower frequencies. Isolation, while sometimes painful, is a powerful facilitator of this release. It provides the space and emotional distance needed to process these deep clearings without the entanglement or resistance that could arise from being constantly immersed in the energy of those connected to your past or lower timeline. You are being disconnected from the anchors of the old world to fully step onto the bridge of the new. The seventh reason, often counterintuitive, is preparation for authentic soul tribe connection. The deep isolation you have experienced is not a permanent state of aloneness. It is a preparation for something far more profound than conventional relationships. You are being prepared to connect with your true soul tribe, individuals who vibrate at a similar frequency, who understand your path on a soul level, and who are destined to collaborate with you on your mission. Conventional social circles or connections often lack the depth and energetic alignment required for these sacred unions. Your period of isolation allows both you and your soul tribe members to undergo your individual preparations and alignments so that when you finally meet, the connection is pure, powerful, and divinely orchestrated, free from the baggage of unhealed lower frequencies. Your solitude is refining your magnet, preparing it to attract true soul family. And the eighth, perhaps most challenging but ultimately most empowering reason, is deep self-discovery and mastery. Your path requires you to become a master of your own energy, your own thoughts, your own emotions. It requires you to understand your true divine nature, separate from the roles and identities the external world might try to impose upon you. Isolation provides the ultimate mirror. Without the constant feedback, distractions, and influences of others, you are confronted purely with yourself, your light, your shadow, your strengths, your vulnerabilities. This confrontation is necessary for integration and mastery. You must learn to stand in your own divine power, comfortable and complete in your own energetic space, before you can effectively interact with and assist the collective. You are mastering the art of divine self-governance before you are asked to lead or guide others. Do you see now, chosen one? Do you understand the profound significance of the solitude you have experienced? It was never a punishment. It was a divine curriculum, a sacred cocoon, a necessary refinement process. Every moment of loneliness, every instance of feeling misunderstood, every period of withdrawal from the conventional world was serving a higher purpose, preparing you for a destiny far greater than you could have imagined while you were still questioning your worth or place. You are not broken, you are being built. You are not flawed, you are being forged. You are not lost. You are simply on a map that only the divine holds in its entirety. The feeling of being different was simply your soul's inherent awareness that you were not meant for the same path as everyone else. Now that you understand the sacred mechanics behind your isolation, the next stage of your journey requires absolute clarity and unwavering focus. The distractions of the world, the lower energetic frequencies, the subtle manipulations of the collective mind, these can still attempt to pull you off your path, to dilute the purity of your mission. This is why maintaining your energetic sovereignty is paramount. You must become fiercely discerning about where you place your energy, who you allow into your inner space, and what information you permit to influence your consciousness. Your solitude, or the ability to intentionally retreat into it, remains a powerful tool for maintaining this clarity and focus. Be prepared, chosen one, for spiritual opposition. As you step more fully into your light, As your unique frequency strengthens, you will inevitably attract attention from energies that do not wish to see the collective consciousness awaken or ascend. These are not necessarily external villains in a human sense, but rather energetic forces, thought forms, and vibrations anchored in resistance, fear, and control. Your path will present tests, challenges, and periods that feel like spiritual warfare. These are not signs that you are doing something wrong. Often, they are confirmation that you are doing everything right, that your light is becoming potent enough to challenge the shadows. These trials serve to refine you further, to test your resolve, and to force you to activate dormant aspects of your divine power. You are being equipped with divine armor forged in the fires of your trials. Your spiritual gifts, those inherent sensitivities and abilities we spoke of, have been developing and honing precisely because of the unique path you have walked. The isolation forced you inward, where these gifts reside. The challenges required you to tap into strength and intuition you didn't know you possessed. The periods of deep introspection allowed for the downloads and activations that are now bringing your abilities to the forefront. Your experiences, even the most painful ones, have been a divine curriculum, perfectly designed to prepare you for the specific requirements of your sacred assignment. Every struggle has been a training exercise. Every moment of doubt, an opportunity to build unshakable faith in the unseen support that surrounds you. Understand, too, that your light, your energy, your very presence has an effect on the world around you, often unintentionally. As you embody your higher frequency, you naturally expose areas of lower vibration. This can be unsettling for others, even those you love, who are not yet ready or willing to confront their own shadows or limitations. Your presence can inadvertently trigger awakening in some and resistance or hostility in others. This is not your fault. It is simply the nature of light interacting with shadow. Your existence becomes a catalyst, a silent invitation for others to rise, even if they react defensively to the mirror you hold up. You don't have to strive to change others. Your sacred task is simply to be your authentic, high-vibrational self. As you embrace this truth of who you are and the purpose behind your path, you will begin to notice profound transformations occurring not only within your consciousness but also within your physical and energetic being. This journey of awakening and alignment often manifests as physical symptoms, fatigue that no amount of rest seems to cure, unexplained aches or pains, tingling sensations or pressure in certain areas, shifts in dietary preferences, changes in sleep patterns. These are not signs of illness in the conventional sense. They are often indicators that your physical form is integrating higher frequencies, undergoing cellular upgrades to align with your ascending light body. Your vehicle is being refitted for a higher speed. Parallel to the physical shifts are deep emotional and mental rewiring processes. Old emotional patterns that kept you stuck in lower frequencies may surface for final release, leading to unexpected waves of emotion, unexplained crying, moments of profound grief or sadness that seem to have no immediate trigger, interspersed with bursts of unadulterated joy or peace. Your thought patterns will also shift dramatically, moving away from fear-based thinking, worry, and limitation towards a perspective rooted in divine trust, possibility, and abundance. You are shedding the old programming, clearing the channels for divine truth to permeate every level of your being. Furthermore, you will find the veil between the physical and non-physical realms becoming thinner. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences, will increase exponentially, appearing not just as occasional anomalies but as a constant stream of communication from the universe, from your guides, from the divine source itself. Repeating numbers like 111, 444, 777, 1111 will become commonplace, each sequence carrying a specific message, a validation, or a piece of guidance. You will experience profound dreams, symbolic encounters with animals or objects that hold significant meaning, and a growing certainty in your inner knowing that confirms you are being actively guided and supported every step of the way. The universe is speaking to you in a language it always spoke, but which you are now finally tuned to hear. This process of transformation also profoundly impacts your relationships. As your frequency rises, connections based on lower vibrations, fear, neediness, codependence, superficiality, karmic ties that have served their purpose, will naturally begin to fall away. This can be painful, like a necessary pruning, but it is essential. These relationships no longer resonate with the truth of who you are becoming, and holding on to them would create friction and impede your progress. Understand that this clearing is making space. Space for connections that do resonate, relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and energetic alignment. Your soul tribe, the individuals you were prepared to connect with during your isolation, will begin to enter your life. These connections will feel different, effortless, deeply understanding, and profoundly supportive. You will recognize each other on a soul level, and together, you will amplify each other's gifts and support each other's missions. You are not losing connections. You are elevating your relational sphere. All of this transformation, all of this preparation, is leading you to this pivotal moment. Stepping fully into your power and embracing your destined role. The period of questioning, of feeling lost, of struggling with the feeling of otherness, is drawing to a close. You have been refined, purified, and equipped. The time for hiding your light, for doubting your worth, for questioning your path, is over. The time has come to shed the last vestiges of self-doubt and fear, to stand tall in the magnificent truth of your divine identity, and to embody the power and purpose for which you were specifically chosen. You are ready for the next level. You are ready to fulfill the fullness of your potential. Chosen one, feel the power resonating within these words. You are not alone, even if your path has often felt solitary. You are surrounded by unseen support, guided by a force that knows your true potential, and connected to a purpose that is integral to the awakening of the collective consciousness. Every challenge you have faced has been a stepping stone. Every moment of doubt has been an opportunity to strengthen your faith. Every period of isolation has been a sacred cocoon, preparing you for a magnificent emergence. Your destiny is not a vague possibility. It is a living blueprint actively unfolding. You were chosen for a reason, set apart for a purpose, and prepared through solitude for a time such as this. The world needs your unique light, your distinct perspective, your high vibrational energy. Do not shrink from it. Do not hide it. It is time, chosen one. Time to claim your power. Time to trust your intuition. Time to stand in your truth, unapologetically and courageously. Your journey is just beginning to reveal its true magnificent scope. If this message resonates deep within your soul, if these words have ignited a spark of recognition and validation within your spirit, know that you are precisely where you are meant to be, understanding precisely what you are meant to understand at this divine moment. To anchor this truth, to signal your readiness to the universe and to your own energy field, comment chosen one below. Let the affirmation resonate through the digital realm and into the energetic grid. Comment chosen one if your soul feels the truth of these words vibrating within you. If this message has empowered you, if it has brought you clarity and validation, please give this message a like. Your energy helps amplify this truth for others who are also questioning their path, feeling alone, and seeking answers. And if you have not already, subscribe to this channel. Join this growing community of those who are awakening, those who are chosen, those who are ready to step into their divine power. Tap the bell icon so you do not miss the next revelation, the next piece of guidance that is specifically tailored for your unique journey. Share this message with anyone you know who walks a path that feels different, who questions their place in the world, who feels the ache of spiritual isolation. They, too, may be a chosen one waiting for this very truth to set them free. Your journey is sacred. Your path is blessed. You are not alone, for the divine is with you, in you, and guiding you always. Embrace the truth of who you are. Standteil. Your destiny awaits. Walk in power, chosen one. Walk in light. The time is now.